a very persistent problem that is peculiar to songwriters and producers, and I call them black box royalties. Hello guys, my name is Jeanette Oduoye. I am an entertainment lawyer and music publisher, and today we are going to be talking about black box royalties, are unclaimed royalties and unaccounted for royalties. So I'm going to be citing an example to help you understand this better. The law creates an organization or a company and empowers that company to help a certain group of people to collect money on their behalf and all. So there are a certain group of people that are knowledgeable about the company and the law setting up that company, and they go to that company and be like, okay, we already know you have the mandate to collect my money, so I'm applying for you to get my money, and the company disburse the money to them if they have the proof of ownership of the money they are claiming for. There are certain groups of people that are not so knowledgeable about that company. They don't know if that company exists, and they don't know how to get you to that company. So this set of people, the money they are supposed to get is put in a pool of revenue or a stream of revenue until they come and meet the company and collect the money that the company is holding for them in trust. And you see that pool of revenue or pool of stream of revenue is called black box royalties. So you need to understand who CMOs are, collective management organizations or collective societies, and what they do. So these societies are set up and mandated by the government or by the copyright laws of a particular territory or jurisdiction to fight for the rights of right holders, license their songs, give out blanket licenses on those songs, and also monitor and track the use of their members' songs and all of that, then collect income on behalf of their members. So as advert listener or watcher of my series, you know I'm always talking about setting up your publishing as a producer or songwriter, and why you need to set up this publishing. So these are one of the disadvantages of not setting up your publishing. Your money goes into the black box royalties for a certain number of years. So if you're a producer or an artist who is also a songwriter, you're only focused on the money you're getting from your streaming royalties, and you've not set up your publishing to the point where you can get those royalties. All your publishing royalties is falling into the black box royalties. Another one is that after you set up your publishing, you do not endeavor to register your songs with your collective management organizations. So if you don't register your songs, you are not giving the CMO, the collective management organization, the power to help you to claim those royalties that are generated from the song and pay those royalties to you, and your money will fall into the black box royalties. Also, another thing is that if you give them incorrect metadata, so maybe for example when you were registering with the CMO, there was a mistake on your name, or after you had done setting up your publishing, when you were registering the song, there was a mistake on the song title, on the ISRC code, on the other metadata, maybe mistake on the name of the producer, all that. All these things can lead your royalties or your income going into the black box royalties. And also, if there are inconsistent splits between co-contributors or copyright holders on a composition and all, and they register this inconsistent split with the CMO, it will also lead to black box royalties until everything is corrected. So there are so many factors that can lead your royalties into getting into the black box royalties. So and to do you a lot of good as an artist, a producer, a record label owner, a producer, to join a CMO that is peculiar to the copyrights you hold as a record label, an artist, a producer, a songwriter, a composer, etc. If you don't register with your CMO, all your unclaimed royalties will go into the black box royalties. Again, what happens with the black box royalties? So this black box will hold the royalties for a certain number of years, like maybe 2 to 3 years, and if you don't claim this money within 2 to 3 years, these monies are reshared to other composers. I don't really know the formula of how it is reshared. You are bound to lose your royalties in the black box if you don't register with your CMO, register your song, put in correct split and all that. You are bound to lose this money to other composers or in the black box royalties. So it is very important for you to avoid your money entering into these black box royalties. So if you have songs that have been released from 3 years to 2025, you are safe. You can always register your song so you can claim your royalties before it is disbursed to other composers. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've learned a lot today about black box royalties. So set up your publishing and do what you need to do to get your royalties. Bye guys.